Local writer and Ozarks native Larry Wood has written books about the region for more than 2 decades. For him, it is a labor of love.
I've written about 22 books. About 20 of them are nonfiction. I've written two historical novels. So a lot of times, even when I write fiction, I do write fiction, but a lot of times, even my fiction, though, is historically based.
In his latest book, the award winning author takes a deep dive into the dark side of the region. The book is titled Lynchings, Murders, and Other Nefarious Deeds, A Criminal History of Greene County, Missouri.
But it covers like a lot of notorious things that some people will be familiar with, such as the truck explosion that happened in 1970 west of Springfield on I-44. That was made national headline.
He says the book covers a time span of more than 150 years, with some incidents dating back before the Civil War.
Some that people will be familiar with, and some that are not quite. They're probably not quite so familiar with, and it's really kind of the ones that people are not quite so familiar with that I kind of enjoy researching.
Wood grew up in Greene County, earning a master's degree in English from MSU. He now lives in Jasper County and appreciates that he can do a lot of his research online versus the early days.
I enjoy the process of research almost as much as I enjoy the writing.
His current book details 26 of the more infamous crimes to have taken place in Greene County. He tells me he prefers to not write about crimes that have taken place within the past 25 years. To him, if he can remember it, then it's not really history. But there is a downside to writing about incidents from long, long ago.
So many records in Missouri were destroyed during the Civil War. Courthouses were burned and all that sort of thing. And a lot of newspapers and court records were all destroyed.
Of the 26 crimes and incidents that he writes about, a couple of them really stand out for him.
The Bonnie and Clyde kidnapping of the Springfield motorcycle cop that happened in 1933, I think. If I had to identify one case that kind of fits what you're talking about, it would be the murder of Sarah Graham, and I actually already have written an entire book about that case.
Wood was so enthralled with the Sarah Graham murder that he wrote a previous book about that case. It's called Bigamy and Bloodshed. He admits that his books, for the most part, focus on the seedy side of society, but they also have something else in common.
They all have some sort of resolution, some sort of conclusion, in that they either the person got killed or was found guilty and sent to prison or whatever, if it's a notorious murder or something like that.